I finally got around to buying the 4K copy of Morbius, and man, this packs a huge punch. It is fantastic. The movie itself, I've already done a review of that. I know a lot of people, like 95% of people, do not like this movie. They despise it. Other than the Michael Keaton and Vulture stuff, I think this is actually a pretty solid movie. Yes, there is some things they could work on, but overall, this is a great throwback to like the 2003 superhero era where you just got one guy and one villain going at it. No end of the world shenanigans, nothing on a large scale. It's a very easy movie to digest. There's some pretty cool kills, there's some pretty good blood splatter, and the 4K just adds to that. I saw this in the theater when it came out, and this disc looks better than what I saw in the theaters. My monitor does not support HDR, so I got like 90% of the experience. I do have a bigger TV in my living room, but I didn't watch it on there. That TV has HDR, so the colors might have popped, a bit more. But overall, even watching it without HDR, just 4K alone, is definitely worth the buy. First of all, you get this beautiful, beautiful case. Comes with a beautiful slip cover. I took it off for the video just because it has, Blu-ray exclusive and all the stupid stickers on it that ruin the artwork. But this is one of my favorite 4K movies, one of my favorite movies of 2022. And I just want to explain to you guys like how much 4K really does make a difference. Um, Even without the HDR, the color sheen, the cinematography, there's some great shots in the movie, but everything is just so crisp. Everything is so clean. Some episodes when they're in the subway, it looks like really, really dirty, like Joker did with Joaquin Phoenix. And they do such a good job of balancing the color palette. I can't say anything more. It just looks amazing. Like I said, if I had HDR, it would have looked a bit better. But just this alone, man, is worth it to me. Especially when they transform into their vampires. Oh man, the transformations are terrific. The fight scenes are great. It's kind of like Nightcrawler and X-Men 2. You get that blue mist kind of when they're flying around. It looks so good. Probably my favorite part was just like it was the first time, but here it's just upgraded because of the picture quality. But the final battle, yes, there's a lot of them throwing each other through buildings, and it gets a bit camera shaky. It's hard to tell what's going on. But once they're on the ground and they start fighting, and they're in the air fighting, the neon lights through the city, the way the bats look, how dark it gets really dark, but it's still crisp and clean, and you can see everything. It is so beautiful. The special effects are great. It also comes with special features. There's like deleted scenes, visual effects, supporting cast, commentary. There's a lot of stuff on here to get your money's worth other than the movie itself. And most importantly, the score to this movie, the first time I saw it, I was absolutely in love. And here you got the Dolby Atmos track, and I got a really good sound system set up. So it could be better, but I got like a Bose soundbar. I don't have like the best home theater system, but what I have is it does the job. And the score and the music in this movie is so good. It just gradually builds up and ends when it needs to. It just pumps you up. It's a very, very fast paced movie. All in all, I just wanted to break this 4K disc down. I really do think if you didn't like this movie, I'm not going to say this is going to, make the experience better for you. If you didn't like the movie at all, you're not going to care about how it looks. But if you do like this movie and you're just looking for a fun time, I would recommend buying this on 4K. If you got enough money, if you got a 4K player, I'm just surprised on how much work Sony put into this DVD release, because it bombed at the box office. Everyone knows it did a second run and it did terrible. But I'm just surprised of the movie that bombed so hard. They put so much effort into the DVD. You think they would just leave it because not a lot of people are going to buy it. They put like 100% effort into this. I can't thank them enough. Shout out to Jeff, who does like films at home. He does a bunch of movie DVD breakdowns and how all the transfers work. And if it wasn't for him, I wasn't sure if I was going to buy this because I wasn't sure if it was going to look good. But even him, like, he doesn't like the movie, but he even admitted, like, this is one of the best 4K transfers of 2022. If you're into Morbius, if not, I mean, you can skip out on it. It's a pretty average anti-hero story, but it gets the job done. It's watchable. It's more than watchable. The acting's great. Some really good badass moments. Some of the dialogue could be worked on. Some of Jared Leto's character development could be worked on. There are some things that are rushed. But overall, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. I would definitely watch it again. And I do want to watch it with that extra 10% of HDR just to see how much of a difference it really does make. And even without it, man, this movie was sharp as, like, it was just sharp as a knife. And it's pretty cringy for me to say, but yeah, that's basically all I got for the review. And tomorrow I'm going to have another 4K review of the Snyder Cut, which is 4 hours long. Going to be my third time watching the movie, but it's my first time watching the 4K disc. I'm very excited. And just look at this beautiful cover art, man. Like, you can't say this is lazy. It's not. Another thing I think this movie did wrong, like I said at the beginning of the video, was the Michael Keaton cameos. I think if that wasn't in the movie, people wouldn't bash this movie so hard, because every time I hear someone doesn't like this movie, you're entitled to your own opinion, but everyone has the same answer, and it's because of those two scenes. I don't ever hear anyone actually talk about the plot of the movie or the characters. So I think it's gotten a pretty unfair advantage, and especially Jared Leto being in it. Not a lot of people liked his Joker. I didn't really care for it either. It was a good time, nothing serious. But give the man a break. This movie, it does feel like he's trying. I just think people give it a bad rap because of the two vulture scenes. And that's not fair to the rest of the movie. So thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. I will check you guys tomorrow with the new Snyder Cut release.